Yes, welcome back. And now we are going to study all that is happening now because it seems that they want a war now. And they are doing everything in their power and nobody is stopping them. And we may be heading to a war. NATO wants a war. They don't want to stop it. So we will study what the commodities are doing now and what the currencies are doing, all the inflation story and everything, because they want war in Europe. They want it, and they are showing that they want a war. They don't want to stop. So we are going to study gold, silver, Bitcoin, crude oil, in all this chaos that we have this week. And let me move down the music and turn it off. So I was saying they want a war. This is absolutely correct. So I'm going to show you also one of the most scariest chart I watched this week that is confirming that more trouble is ahead. And if you go to the past, we warned in advance that cryptocurrencies were about to get trashed this year. We were using the prediction by Michael Burry from September 2021 and July of last year. We kept that in the radar, and it happened. Bitcoin was destroyed, and we were also warning that precious metal was about to go down. We gave several alerts on Reddit, here on Twitter, and all it happened. Basically, I like silver in the teens. I like it in 16, in 18, in 19. That's not trading advice. That's a disease. I'm a silver ape, like the people from the Reddit. We are sick people that we just love silver. But the charts are saying that huge risks are still present for precious metals, gold and stocks, and also Bitcoin, which is not out of the woods yet. So let's go to the most scary part of the chart here that really scared me. Very scary chart. This was a tweet that I sent here, and you will see that, let me move myself, that's it, let me move myself here. You will see that the unbelievable decline that we are seeing I never will get used to this. No, I'm bad. Okay, we are seeing here the unbelievable decline in shipping rates made by this important tweet, showing that the international trade is stopping. According to this is the container freight benchmark rate. So I watched this chart, and also I caught the tweet that was quickly deleted by Michael Burry. I confessed I'm a fan of him, and he was warning that there are 218 primary stocks listed in the United States with a market cap over 1 billion. So he's warning that we have a fake 200 billion US dollars, and these companies have EBITDA, which is negative earnings of 100 millions. So all the silliness must go. He's warning that we have a crash ahead. We have the cleansing has not stopped and is ahead. And you see the forward curves, we still have pain here in the future. It is between now and March most likely. So confirming the chart of that the market is expecting weakness. This is the Baltic Dry Index. This is an average of the routes of the price of all the price of rates that you have to pay for moving dry bulk or containers, have to move merchandise all over the world, and this is an average called the Baltic Dry Index. 20 routes are in this average of international trade, and this is the price for dry bulk operations. You see that we are touching a very important resistance. This is during 3 days that We have a risk-on strategy. It means that everything recovered in the middle of September. Some things were recovering, others were crashing, but in prices of moving things, and international trade was going up, and it hit a floor lately. Maybe because there is uncertainty, risk, and everything got stopped in a range. Gold was destroyed. Bitcoin stayed very quiet in the 19k, so it's giving hope. But I want to show you now. Sorry, I'm going to move here. You see here the resistance is right here. You see right here the resistance is a very important level, because I will move it, and you will see here again. You see here all the way to 2021. It's a very important area. We are touching that. It means that there is uncertainty for the international trade. That could mean that there is coming geopolitical risk or a lot of stuff that is being priced, so the market is wondering. So let's go now. This is a very scary chart, that the prices of international trade is going down. What is also helping for the deflationary expectations for me, it means that we may continue to see suffering in the precious metals community or in the stocks prices. The genius Microberry, the guy from the Big Short, and I'm a great fan of him, is warning that. So now you see here this fall here, I'm here, this is here above me. That's the price of crude oil. The price of crude oil is going down. You see there, it's going down. It's moving in a very orderly crash. I found out if someone is controlling the price of crude oil, is using the daily candles, the daily chart, because it looks almost perfect the way it's going down. Maybe Aramco or Saudi Arabia or whoever is controlling the price, they love the daily charts. That's my point of view, and they keep it in a very, very bearish channel. That is giving me the signal that we should continue to see more pain. We may continue to see more pain, and gold is not out of the goods, silver is not out of the goods, and Bitcoin is not out of the goods. I warned in the past that Bitcoin was facing a very deadly pattern, and we are ending my time frame for this pattern that was between August and September. So far, Bitcoin is holding the pattern and is creating a round shape. You see here, this is the 4 hours candle chart, and it's forming a round bottom, which is allowing me to say that the possibility of a Bitcoin crash is going massively down. So I went from 80% possibility of a crypto crash to now going lower. But I think I may be wrong, and Bitcoin could be punished by one more candle, maybe October, and I calculated that it should be between August and September. So maybe I'm wrong, and there is still a possibility of Bitcoin going down to the area of 14 or 16, but I really don't know. It really looks like Bitcoin is surviving and is canceling the possibility of a crash, but I'm not sure about this pattern, because this pattern I warned in the past that it looks like the South Sea bubble, but I'm really not sure, and I started to look with hope here for the cryptocurrency. So I really don't know. I'm waiting. What are the solid traders, all the crypto and Bitcoin YouTubers, what I saying that you should wait for the end of the range, because Bitcoin is moving sideways. So let's move. Let's wait for that, for the escape of this range. Maybe that's the best thing. But I'm starting to believe that Bitcoin will survive. Let's see next month. So far, I like Bitcoin. So the euro crash occurred this month, and they had a quickly recovery thanks to massive intervention from the Bank of Japan, from the Bank of England, and maybe hidden operations by the Federal Reserve. So we see the recovery here, 3 strong days, but if you check here the monthly charts, you can't discount that the crash will continue all the way to 0.90. 0.90 is the next target for me and from the speculators. And why is this so dangerous, and why they want war? Let me show you three news. I will show you. First, you will see that Putin announced Russian annexation of 4 Ukrainian regions this week. And you will see that they made those referendums, and they took the best land, the most fertile soil in Ukraine for them. It was like 2,000, I think it's 200 miles of rich, fertile land there. You see, this news is from the Arabic news Al Jazeera, and from today, and they announced that they took the part of the eastern part. Later you see that Ukraine reaction was a quick accelerated the bid to join the NATO. So they went fast to NATO, and they was in a fast track joining NATO. And the third is that Biden saying that they will defend NATO territory. This is from CNBC. So you see the domino effect here. Russia takes the land, Ukraine joins NATO, Biden saying we will defend NATO territory. And Zelensky denied a peace proposal because they don't want to surrender land, and they want a war with Russia. That is very clear now. So the possibility, I was studying from a geopolitics expert, that maybe the weather is not allowing them to escalate further, but this could be wrong. And it really looks like the West needs an excuse to cover from the massive fiscal deficits and inflation, so they need to cover story. That's one of the theories going out there on a geopolitical point of view, that the West is broke and they need a cover story to tell to the population that the problems and the deficits and the coming inflation, which was 17% in Netherlands, it means that it's all Russia's fault. Maybe that's a possible way of social control. That's one of the theories. The other thing is that it's time for them for a crash and a strength, and everything is counted in the cycles of war. So we will continue to look at the commodities prices. What are the prices saying? So we have a recovery, massive interventions. Now we will go to the pound. The British pound also have the same V-shaped recovery, just like, let me move here, just like the euro. Tell me if you see, this is the Dow Jones. Tell me if you see this monthly chart that the worst has stopped right here. If you believe this is a monthly chart, tell me if you see here, if you believe that the worst is behind. No, you can't. This is a very bearish signal. It means that, like Michael Burry, the genius of the movie, warned that the worst is still ahead. We could receive some interventions by the Federal Reserve that could cancel all this madness. But it means that the geopolitical risks are still ahead, and they don't want to stop it. That's more clear now. So in the case of silver, we are silver apes. We just love silver period. But if you check the monthly chart, you see that silver barely survived, protecting the 18 level, which was unthinkable last year to go to this level. I was warning in 28 that we would see a crash, of silver, but this is quite dangerous now because we are out of the goods. We are not out of the goods yet, so we have a recovery, a very fearful recovery, very dangerous recovery in silver. But if you go to the gold is leading, silver is not showing you, it's not very useful for weekly forex forecast in my opinion. Gold is more helpful because the charts are more real. They will tell you the truth a bit more better of what is coming. So I'm going to gold now. You see, if you check this monthly chart for gold, sorry, let me know if you see here a bullish pattern. It looks quite oversold, but if you see now, it's like maybe a final flash. What is waiting here is the next week payroll day that is coming next Friday. So most likely the price of gold and silver will stay very quiet until next Friday. This is what will happen. If you check the lowest time frame, gold went down in the hourly charts hour after hour. You see here, I will move right down this, you see there. So gold was sold onto the close of the week, up here, you see here. So it means that we are not out of the goods, and I'm remembering the video about the Vatican Bank, that they were bringing back all the assets until September 30, and now with all the escalation that we are seeing here, maybe we are seeing a pattern of risk off. And also it was rumored that the Vatican Bank had deposits in the Credit Suisse, and the Credit Suisse chart went down, and there were rumors of that they are broke, or maybe the market is pricing that there is counterparty risk in the European banking system. So far everything ended under control and quiet, but it's temporary. It's a temporary situation. So the price of crude oil went down below 80 onto the close of the week. So far the strategy that looks is to still watching the price of Bitcoin is not out of the goods, and gold that had a nice recovery most likely will stay between 1630 and 1660 until next Friday, waiting for the NFP data, the employment data that it's coming next Friday. So it will most likely gold and silver will get stuck in those levels. So it's time to wait and watch the price action. So thank you very much. Bye bye.